Okay, it's time to get one ready to run. This poor little girl, the gas tank it had on it last summer had been patched with fiberglass, guilty, and the fiberglass just all bubbled up, and the paint with it, of course. So I saw an ad on Facebook. There was an antique shop over in Iowa. I'm right across the Mississippi. And they had an AT3 gas tank. And since this is a CT2 gas tank, I think, maybe, or CT3, one or the other, I thought, well, I'll just go get it. And I looked at it, and it wasn't in too bad a shape, so I purchased it for $25. So today I'm going to put that on here, and I'm going to take the carburetor off and go through that because it's leaking, as is the petcock on this tank. I can see it right now. You probably can too. Yep, it's in the off position, but it's leaking. So I just turned the key on and the battery's still charged. Amazing stuff, really. So my turn signals all work, and the exhaust is off of it because I had a AT3 that I sold that had a Holy exhaust. So I took the one off of this one and put it on that one to sell it. And then I did my best imitation of welding to fix this up. And I had a couple of holes I couldn't get, a couple of pinholes. So I put, what's that stuff that's supposed to be good for heat? Oh well. Anyway, I put some putty on it, and I'm going to put that back on, and we're going to see if we can't get this little girl running. We're having some mid 40s and 50-degree weather out there, so I need this one. Then I'm going to see if I can get a bonded title for it so I can drive it on the road. So I'll be back. Okay, here's that tank I got for 25 bucks. It's not too bad a shape. Little wear, a couple scratches. I don't care for my own use. If I was going to sell it, I might try to repaint it. I was thinking about repainting it, but got a dent right here. Used to be in further. I was able to push it out a little bit, but that's all I'm going to do with it. The inside of the tank is rusty. So is the cap. So I'll probably either take the cap off the other one over there and put on here, or get one of KDI's rebuild kits. And for now, I'm gonna find a block-off plate that I made for this and fill it full of probably vinegar and leave it sit for a while. All right, so we got this gasket I made and this little block. We'll find a couple of screws that'll go in there. Those should be way long enough. That might be a little too long. Let's see if we got one a little bit shorter. I think these two will do here. So let's get this installed on here and then get her full of vinegar. Yep, it was time for a carburetor clean. I think that float's set about right. Let me go see if I can find the a little rubber, find a new rubber O-ring. That one looks pretty good. I'm sure I just replaced it, but I'll replace it again. And we'll take that apart. We'll get this all cleaned out. I don't know what that is, rust, or if that's dirt or what it is. But it hasn't turned into sludge yet. Gasket looks good. All right, let me get the, you've seen 100, probably. People take their carbs apart and clean the jets and all that stuff, so I'm not going to go into all that. We'll be back after it gets cleaned. All right, we took a little carb cleaner and cleaned out the inside. I made a big mistake. My ultrasonic cleaner, the one I had before, died. So I thought, well, I'll get a bigger one. And I got a bigger one, only it's bigger than I thought it was. So, when it comes right down to it, it costs too much money to fill it up. So, I need to take the main jet out of this. And I need to get some air over here. Main jet is in here. I think a wrench might work better. I don't know what that is. 10? All right, let me see if I can blow through this one. Yeah, I can blow through it. All right, let's just spray some. Yeah, that's clear. All right, let's see if we can get the pilot jet out. I believe we can. I can see through that just fine. So we'll put that back. And even though I doubt we need it, I do have another one of those little tiny O-rings that goes on here. So we'll go ahead and replace it. But first, let's see if we can get the emulsifier tube out of here. Okay. Wow, there's 3 holes in there. Let's make sure they're all clean. Well, there's more than 3. And they're all clean. Good deal. And let me get some needle nose. What was I doing with needle nose? There they are. And let's see if we can get this out. That looks good. That looks good. Needle looks good. That all looks good. Let's see if we can force a little carb clean through there. Yep. Wash that out. I gotta run up and get a fuel filter. That looks good and clean. There's nothing in there. I don't know if you can see down there or not, but it's clean. All right. Let us put this back in. There's no, there's dirt on this. I don't know what kind of dirt that was. If it was sand or rust or what it was. Okay. Put that in. So we can get this in. All right. Seals up great. All right. Oh, I think it's a little bit high. So, damn. That looks good. Alrighty. Let's, what else do we, oh, one thing I always forget is right down in here, this has to make contact with that. And you should be able to blow right through it. Let's see if we can. Yes, definitely clear. It's definitely clear. All right, this goes back on. Screws go in. It's not real clean on the outside, but who cares? Just use it for chasing cows with. And they don't care, I guarantee you. Oh, you know what? I never replaced that O-ring. I went and got it, but I never replaced it. Dummy. Dummy, dummy, dummy. And there's one more someplace, I know. There it is. All right, so if we turn it right side up, we should be able to blow through here. And sure enough, we can. But if we turn it upside down, we should not be able to blow through there. And sure enough, we can't. So that carburetor is good. We need to put the main jet back in it. And tighten it down so it doesn't leak. And put our tools away. And go have some lunch. What do you think? All right, so I said I wasn't gonna do the carburetor on camera, but I did. So, it's gonna take a couple days, and I'm gonna have to go get some more vinegar, or I could dilute it with water, I suppose, for this tank. But that'll be a while. It's got some rust in it, and if that don't work, I'll use muriatic acid, which I know will work. It takes it right out of there. So, it's off to lunch. All right, so I just did a little tune-up on the AT3. I put the exhaust back on it. Took the carb off, cleaned it out, put it back, put a new spark plug in, and we're going to see if I got something to ride. All right, I got just a hose because the tank's being de-rusted here, so I just got a hose running up that's full of gas. And I do have the jump box on it, although the battery seemed to be up. It would run the turn signals. Turn the key on, choke it a little bit, hit the starter. Oh no, I put that on. if some mice got into that muffler and plugged it up. I don't think so. I'm gonna let it down and kick it a little bit, I think. Maybe I'll just kick it right here. Well, that worked. All right, let's try a little tenderness. Let's see, that is all right. 1/2, 1. Oh, it's only out 1. All right. 1/2, 1, 1.5. And let's give it just a little bit more idle speed. And let's see what happens. Should still have a float bowl full. I know the idle jet is free. Well, I'm going to call it quits for today. I'm going to go check my stash and see if I've got a new connection here. I know all the jets are open. I checked all that. So I can't imagine why it won't idle without the choke on. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll work on it tomorrow. Well, I got the old place cleaned up a little bit. I got some room in here on the bench. This is the tank for that girl over there. And it's sitting here full of, well, not quite full. I didn't have enough to fill it. But it's got vinegar in it. So I'm going to let that sit for about a week. I don't know, it's pretty dirty. Pretty goofy in there. I don't know, you can see down in there. There's quite a bit of rust in there. It's not just surface rust. See, this thing here is all rusted up too. So we'll let that sit. And I'll go in and put my feet up. And maybe even open up a Budweiser.